This is AF50 versus Lyn out here in the Bloodmoor in the level 30 division. Now this is something right here. AF50 has a lot of skills on this Sin here. He has put a lot of players down. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to close that distance. Lyn is going to be on the Necro. He is going to have the distance on AF50, but the difference here is if AF50 can somehow close that distance, it is harder for an LLD Necro to get away, right? Got to swap to that staff, and that is certainly something that you don't want to be doing. Oh man, catching him big there, just like that is AF50. That is something you don't want to be busting out that tele staff against a Bladesin. They are gonna fuck you up for that. Damn, son, but that was nicely done from Lyn. He did what he had to do. He allowed AF50 to get a little too close there. He allowed him to get a little too close. Yeah, very good duel, man. Epic between Travix and Hasha. That was nuts. Great duel, man. Yeah, thanks for showing that off, Hasha. That was cool. I love that setup with the berserk damage too, dude. That was crazy. I also think later on we might have Will versus Baloney. I'm gonna just throw it in the queue just to keep it in mind. All right, and here we go. Round 2 in the level 30 division. We have got, oh man, nice close into the distance there from AF50, but that one cost him. That one cost him big. Great job from Lyn. And now he has the distance. And there it is. Nicely done from Lyn, maintaining that distance and capitalizing on AF50 when he came in, tried to close it. Even having those bone walls up to sort of trap his opponent in to suck up some of those Blade Sentinel hits, those Blade Fury hits. That is wild, man. All right, we'll check in with Nim after this. Then we've got DD versus Smolps. Holy shit. There's so much violence going on. It's going to be Nim versus high-level IQ in some melee. Yep, can't wait, Will. It's going to be sick, man. It's going to be sick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And just like that, it can be all over. That's the thing. That's the beauty of AF50's Bladesin. Now, you might be thinking he's trying to close that distance because he wants to do damage with that Blade Fury, which is true. But he also has this Blade Shield up, which is going to do a pretty significant portion of your weapon damage when your opponent is at close range like that. If you're at point blank to the point where they're inside that Blade Shield, that is the perfect distance. That's where AF50 wants to stay versus a Necro. He wants to get in there. He ain't trying to play this distance game. He is trying to get in close. He's trying to stay. And Lyn is trying to punish him for trying. Very beautifully done here. Lyn's got to be careful running away, though. That's how he's going to get caught. But I don't know. Honestly, it's... You could run, you could walk. It really all doesn't necessarily matter. Nice shots with the name lock there from AF50. It really doesn't matter, I don't think, versus Blade Fury. Some people give me shit for not walking versus Blade Fury, but Blade Fury, if they're shooting from the outside, is so slow that you're actually better off just running at a certain angle away from it. They'll never catch you. There's no sense in trying to block it, and, you know, if you don't really need to even get hit by it, right? Don't get hit. That's the thing. So I think there's some merit to what Lyn's doing there, kind of trying to run away at a certain angle. You don't want to run straight away. You want to either make them guess where you're going, or if they lock onto you, you're going to run at an angle. You're going to run kind of at this curve, like in a, almost like in a C shape, like an outward, awkward, oblong C shape away from them. AF50 shooting from the outside there, trying to score some shots. Uh-oh, and there it is, man. Very close duel, but AF50 gets there. Holy shit, man. Very close every single one of those rounds. That was wild.
Yes?
Hell yeah, dude. AF50. This guy, man, this Bladesin, I think he's really one of the only consistent Bladesin players in DFC. And this thing, not only does it look beautiful, but wait till you see this gear. Level 30, crazy stuff. He's even got the armor. This is something that really makes an appearance, this Bane's armor in LLD, because it's got that 30 magic res on it, right? That makes an appearance in some of these duels, that's for sure. It's probably one of the only formats that will use that. Now, there may be some exceptions in HLD. Wow, look at that wand, man. 6 spears, or I'm sorry, 5 spear, 5 spirit. Beautiful wand. No cast on it, but still gorgeous. Big damage there. That's why all of those spirits were hurting bad, man. And a beautiful setup here from AF50. From the helm to the boots with big life rep on them. This is a true sin right here. This is a real sin. And he's got a P skull in that armor for life rep and mana regen. In LLD, you can't use mana pots, right? No mana pots. So in which case, you got to think of creative ways to re-up on that mana, whether it's with insight like that, or with P skulls, right? But mainly that P skull is probably for the life rep. As a Sin player, you got to be ready to turn it into a real duel if need be, and that includes, even in LLD, repping to full, right? It's happened. It can get to that point, is all I'm saying. Sometimes you just got to rep to full. That's just what it is. Great duel here between AF50 and Lyn. Lyn is making